The landscape of medium-weight tactical transport aviation, long dominated by the American-made Hercules platform, is currently undergoing its most significant shift in half a century. As global air forces face aging fleets and tightening defense budgets, the emergence of the Brazilian C-390 Millennium has introduced a fundamental debate: whether the future of military logistics belongs to the refined reliability of turboprop technology or the high-velocity efficiency of jet propulsion. This transition is not merely a matter of technical specifications, but represents a broader change in how modern air forces prioritize speed, life cycle costs, and multi-mission flexibility. At the heart of the comparison lies a radical difference in propulsion philosophy. The Lockheed Martin C-130J utilizes 4 Rolls-Royce AE 2100D3 turboprops, a system optimized for high torque, low-speed performance. This configuration remains the global gold standard for operations on unpaved, austere runways where the risk of foreign object damage is high. The high-mounted propellers are less susceptible to ingesting debris from loose gravel or dirt strips, making the C-130J an unrivaled asset for frontline delivery in primitive environments where ground infrastructure is non-existent. In contrast, the Embraer C-390 Millennium utilizes 2 international aero engines, V2500 E5 turbofans. While jet engines were historically considered too delicate for tactical strips, Embraer has engineered the C-390 with rugged landing gear and high-positioned engines to mitigate these risks. The result is a dramatic increase in transit speed. The C-390 maintains a cruising speed of approximately 870 kilometers per hour, significantly outpacing the C-130J's maximum speed of 671 kilometers per hour. For air forces managing vast territories, such as the Amazon basin or the European theater, this speed advantage translates into more sorties per pilot hour and faster medical evacuation response times, which can be the deciding factor in life-saving operations. Logistical efficiency is often measured by the ability to carry modern, oversized equipment. The C-130J-30, the stretched variant of the American Classic, offers a maximum payload capacity of approximately 20,000 kilograms. The C-390 Millennium, despite having only 2 engines, boasts a superior maximum concentrated payload of 26,000 kilograms. This 6,000-kilogram delta allows the Brazilian aircraft to transport heavier armored vehicles, such as the VBTP-MR Guarani, or even large helicopters like the Black Hawk, with greater ease than its American counterpart. The cargo hold of the C-390 is also wider and taller, designed specifically to accommodate modern NATO standard pallets and vehicles without the need for costly and time-consuming disassembly. A pivotal technological differentiator is the implementation of full fly-by-wire flight control systems. The C-390 is the first aircraft in its class to feature this technology, which replaces traditional manual flight controls with an electronic interface. This system provides flight envelope protection, preventing the pilot from performing maneuvers that could overstress the airframe or lead to a stall. In the high-stress environment of tactical low-level flying or heavy-load drops, this technology significantly reduces pilot workload and increases safety margins. While the C-130J features highly advanced digital avionics, it still relies on a more traditional control philosophy, which some argue lacks the inherent safety nets provided by a modern fly-by-wire architecture. The financial architecture of these two platforms reveals a shifting preference toward commercial off-the-shelf integration. The C-130J is a dedicated military machine. Its parts are specialized and subject to stringent United States export controls and pricing. A single C-130J unit typically commands a price tag between $100 million and $120 million US dollars, depending on the electronic warfare suite requested. Embraer's strategy with the C-390 has been to utilize matured civilian technology to drive down lifecycle costs. The V2500 engines, for example, are the same power plants used by the Airbus A320 family, one of the most widely operated commercial aircraft in history. This ensures a global supply chain of spare parts and a massive pool of certified technicians, drastically reducing the logistical footprint required for overseas deployments. Recent data from the Netherlands Ministry of Defense, which selected the C-390 over the C-130J in 2022, indicated that the C-390's operational availability was significantly higher while requiring fewer maintenance man-hours per flight hour. The unit cost of the C-390 remains competitive, hovering between $80 million and $100 million US dollars. This economic efficiency has triggered a domino effect within NATO. Following Brazil's lead, Portugal and Hungary became the first European adopters. However, the most significant shifts occurred in late 2024 and throughout 2025 as Austria, the Czech Republic, and notably Sweden, a nation with a sophisticated domestic aerospace industry, selected the C-390 to replace their aging Hercules fleets. These decisions were largely driven by the C-390's ability to perform the aerial refueling role as a standard feature. In the Embraer model, designated as the KC-390, the aircraft can be converted from a transport to a tanker in less than 3 hours. This versatility is critical for smaller air forces that cannot afford a dedicated fleet of tankers. While the United States offers the KC-130J variant, it often comes at a significant price premium and is typically reserved for specialized units like the United States Marine Corps, whereas the Brazilian platform integrates this multi-mission capability into the core design of every airframe. Despite the momentum of the C-390, the Lockheed Martin C-130J retains a critical advantage in the realm of strategic interoperability. The United States Air Force operates the world's largest fleet of Hercules aircraft, meaning that any nation flying the C-130J is instantly integrated into a massive, battle-tested support network. In high-intensity conflict scenarios, the ability to plug and play with American logistics is a force multiplier that many nations find indispensable. Furthermore, the C-130J has been integrated with the most advanced defensive aids in the world, including large aircraft infrared countermeasures. While Embraer offers robust self-protection suites, the C-130J systems are often tied directly into the United States' secretive intelligence and electronic warfare networks, providing a level of survivability in contested airspace that is difficult for a non-NATO original equipment manufacturer to match. The industrial impact of the C-390 project on the Brazilian economy cannot be overstated. By developing this platform, Embraer has fostered a sophisticated ecosystem of over 50 high-tech suppliers within Brazil, creating thousands of high-skill engineering jobs. This domestic capability ensures that the Brazilian Air Force maintains sovereign control over its transport fleet, free from the potential diplomatic strings attached to foreign military sales. For international customers, this also means that Brazil offers a more flexible approach to technology transfer and local industrial participation compared to the often rigid requirements of the United States defense acquisition system. In the context of the South American theater, the dual-use nature of these aircraft is paramount. The C-390 has demonstrated exceptional performance in firefighting missions, utilizing the modular airborne firefighting system. Its ability to fly at lower speeds for water drops while maintaining the stability of a fly-by-wire system gives it an edge in the volatile thermals of forest fires. The C-130J has performed this role for decades, but the C-390's faster transit time allows it to return to base, refill, and reach the fire zone more frequently than the turboprop-driven Hercules. The competition between the C-390 Millennium and the C-130J Super Hercules represents the healthy evolution of military aerospace. The C-130J remains the definitive choice for air forces requiring maximum ruggedness and deep integration with United States military infrastructure. Its legacy is unmatched, and its performance on the shortest, roughest strips remains the industry benchmark. However, the C-390 Millennium has proven that Brazil's aerospace sector can compete at the highest levels of innovation. By prioritizing speed, higher payloads, and lower maintenance costs through civilian engine commonality, Embraer has created a platform that appeals to modern air forces looking for a multi-role workhorse. The recent string of European acquisitions suggests that the Millennium is no longer just a challenger, but a co-equal in the global sky. For the global defense community, the presence of two high-performing, distinct options ensures that tactical airlift capabilities will continue to advance, providing better support for both combat missions and humanitarian crises worldwide.